Welcome back to RVP Auto1, your go-to spot for all things cars, trucks, and SUVs. Today, we're diving into a detailed look at the brand new 2026 Toyota Fortuner. If you're in the market for a rugged, reliable SUV with a fresh edge, stick around, because the 2026 Fortuner might just surprise you. Now, the Fortuner has always had a reputation for being tough. Built on the same platform as the legendary Helix, it's known for its durability and off-road prowess. But for 2026, Toyota has brought in some pretty big changes, both inside and out. This isn't just a refresh, it's a serious upgrade. Let's talk design first. At first glance, the new Fortuner looks a lot sharper than before. The front fascia is more aggressive, with a wider grille that features bold horizontal slats and a redesigned bumper that gives it a more modern SUV vibe. The LED headlights are slimmer and more angular, integrating seamlessly with the DRLs, and they give it a real premium look, especially at night. Around the back, Toyota has updated the taillights with a sleeker, smoked finish and added a sportier bumper to round off the design. It still looks muscular, but now it's more refined too. Under the hood, Toyota offers a few powertrain options depending on your market. The most exciting one for many is the mild hybrid 2.8-liter turbo diesel. This is the same engine that made waves in the updated Helix, and it's finally made its way into the Fortuner. Producing around 201 horsepower and over 500 Nm of torque, it's powerful enough for serious towing and off-road driving. Plus, thanks to the 48V mild hybrid system, you get smoother start-stop functions, better fuel efficiency, and a bit more torque during low-speed acceleration. For those in petrol-dominated markets, a 2.7-liter petrol variant is still available, but the diesel is definitely the star of the show in 2026. Driving the new Fortuner feels better than ever. Toyota has worked on improving ride comfort, and it shows. The suspension has been tweaked for better bump absorption, especially at low speeds. On the highway, it cruises comfortably, with a quieter cabin and a more planted feel. Off-road, the Fortuner is still a beast. With features like a locking rear differential, hill descent control, and a robust 4WD system, it can handle mud, rocks, sand, you name it. Ground clearance remains generous, and the approach and departure angles are still very much off-road friendly. Inside the cabin, Toyota has taken some big steps forward. The layout is cleaner, more modern, and definitely more tech-savvy. The new 12.3-inch infotainment screen sits front and center, supporting wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, finally catching up with what many buyers expect. The instrument cluster is now partly digital, giving you configurable readouts depending on your driving mode. Higher trims come with ambient lighting, a panoramic sunroof, and ventilated seats, features that weren't even available in older Fortuner models. Material quality is also up a notch, with soft touch surfaces, leather inserts, and a more premium-feeling steering wheel. Practicality is still key. The Fortuner seats 7 comfortably, and Toyota's done a decent job optimizing cabin space. The second-row seats slide and recline, while the third row is a bit tight but usable for adults on short trips. Boot space with all seats up is limited, but once you fold the third row down, you get a generous cargo area for luggage, groceries, or adventure gear. There are also plenty of storage spaces scattered around the cabin, from large door bins to cup holders and a deep center console. Now let's touch on safety. Toyota has packed the 2026 Fortuner with its latest suite of driver assist features. You get adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, and a 360-degree camera system. The pre-collision system is more responsive, and there's also parking assist for tighter urban situations. These features make the Fortuner not just a tough off-roader, but also a sensible family SUV that feels safe and confident in any condition. Fuel efficiency has always been a concern for buyers of bigger SUVs, and the mild hybrid tech helps in this department. The new diesel Fortuner is now more frugal, especially in city driving. While exact numbers vary by market and driving conditions, you can expect somewhere between 11 to 13 km/h for the diesel hybrid variant, pretty respectable for a full-sized body-on-frame SUV. The petrol version, as expected, isn't quite as efficient, but still manages decent figures if you do a lot of highway cruising. What about price? Well, it varies significantly depending on the region and spec level. But generally speaking, the 2026 Fortuner is priced a bit higher than the outgoing model, which makes sense given all the upgrades. You're getting more tech, more refinement, and better performance. Top trims, especially those with 4WD and the hybrid system, can get quite pricey, but Toyota is clearly aiming to offer something for everyone, from the fleet buyers to the luxury-seeking family adventurer. One of the big questions people always ask is, should you buy this over rivals like the Ford Everest, Mitsubishi Pajero Sport, or Isuzu MU-X? It depends on your priorities. If you want something that feels robust, lasts forever, and has strong resale value, the Fortuner still sits at the top. It's not the absolute smoothest or flashiest SUV out there, but it strikes a balance between reliability, off-road capability, and daily usability that few others can match. The new tech and interior refinements finally make it feel less old school and more in tune with 2026 expectations. For those wondering about tuning or modifying the Fortuner, Toyota hasn't officially introduced a GR Sport variant for all markets yet, but in regions where it's available, the GR Sport adds sporty styling elements, paddle shifters, and stiffer suspension. It's definitely one to watch if you like a more dynamic-looking SUV with a slightly sharper feel on the road. To wrap this up, the 2026 Toyota Fortuner is the best version of itself yet. Toyota has listened to customer feedback and delivered a well-rounded SUV that improves on its weaknesses while doubling down on its strengths. Whether you're tackling mountain roads, dealing with tough city traffic, or heading out for a weekend escape, the new Fortuner has got your back. Thanks for watching RVP Auto 1. If you enjoyed this review or found it helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let us know in the comments, what do you think of the 2026 Fortuner? Would you pick this over its competitors? And what feature impressed you the most? We'll see you in the next video. Stay safe and keep driving.